they were going to win. So, for the first time in a long time, Fee Collier actually kind of cooked Angel Reese.
Angel Reese hit the court and reality hit back harder. One preseason game in, and the Lynx handed her an L so cold it came with frostbite. Shots clanked, defense swarmed, and somewhere in the chaos, Angel's confidence packed a suitcase. Was Bob, it just nerves, or did the WNBA just say, "Welcome, rookie, now sit down"? Either way, it's not the start she imagined, but it is the one we can't stop watching. What went wrong? Let's unpack.
You know what I love watching? I love watching her highlights of missing shots. She's got to be the worst shooter you've met in your life.
It's officially panic time in Chicago. Well, at least in the Angel Reese is the Future fan club. After 2 preseason games that looked more like an awkward high school tryout than the launch of a WNBA rookie campaign, Angel Reese might want to check if her crown is still under warranty. Because while Caitlin Clark is out here casually breaking ankles and draining logo threes like it's a warm-up, Reese is just trying to find the rim without drawing a foul or losing a rebound to Camila Cardoso. Spoiler alert, she's losing both.
Before a game or after a game or during practice for real, you rarely ever hear from Angel Reese. And my question is why? Why don't you like to talk basketball, Angel? Is it because you miss so many layups, you're so bad at...
Let's be brutally honest. Angel Reese's preseason performance could best be described as generously underwhelming. She dropped a humble 10 points against the Lynx, shooting 2 for 8 from the field. That's right, 2 buckets in 25 minutes. That's 1 basket for every 12. 5 minutes on the court. If that pace continues, someone better start handing out juice boxes for participation, because this is not the domination. Fans were promised 3 rebounds. Cool if you're a shooting guard, but when you're the supposed paint bully and you get outboarded by your own teammate who just arrived, yeah, that's awkward.
We got to talk about Angel Reese missing out on these press conferences all the time. What is this really about? Here's a girl, right, who loves to be in everybody's face, loves to be on front center, right? Always on TikTok, always on Instagram, always on YouTube with her podcast, but never during press conferences before a game or after a game or during practice for real. You rarely ever hear from Angel Reese. And my question is why? Why don't you like to talk basketball, Angel? Is it because you miss so many layups, you're so bad at basketball for real?
Meanwhile, Caitlin Clark is having an entirely different experience in her preseason debut. She came out swinging, like she thought it was the finals, dropping dimes, drilling threes, and running the court like she pays rent on it. Her team, the Indiana Fever, scored 108 points in a game that was over faster than Angel Reese could get. A 4th foul Clark was orchestrating the offense like a seasoned vet, while Reese was still trying to find where her role fits between off-ball decoy and enthusiastic cheerleader.
Wait a minute. Correct me if I'm wrong here. I thought Angel Reese was responsible for elevating the WNBA dump. I thought Angel Reese was responsible for taking the dump and turning it into an unmonetizable turd. Now, to her credit, it is a nicely polished turd. It almost looks appealing. Almost. Of course, it's still not appealing enough to generate profit, but I guess the WNBA is taking baby steps. I mean, what's one more year of multi-million-dollar losses? I thought Angel Reese was the star of stars, the icon of icons. That's what the mainstream media keeps telling me. Headline at Forbes from last month. How Angel Reese and A'ja Wilson are leading the WNBA's growth.
But here's the real kicker, Camila Cardoso. Yes, the other rookie on the sky, the one who isn't starring in Reebok ads or appearing on podcast circuits every 3 days. Cardoso, she's quietly sliding into that power forward role, like a natural 13 points, 9 rebounds, and a whole lot of, excuse me, Angel, I'll take that board energy. She's grabbing the rebounds that used to be Reese's bread and butter, except now it's Cardoso doing the grocery shopping, cooking, and still getting the leftovers. And she's stuck with the check.
Angel Reese is smooth 6'3", and jump like that, grab him, rim, and dunk him. Let's be honest, that's bounce for a girl. That's bounce. Now, Some of y'all are probably wondering why I said she could dunk. I mean, obviously, Shorty can't dunk now. We see the game, she barely getting off the ground. She's getting like an inch off the ground. Anyway, the reason for that is she had a big injury in her leg a long time ago. Now she has a metal rod in her leg.
So let's tally this up. Caitlin is cruising into the WNBA regular season like she's been doing this for years, lighting up scoreboards and making defenders question their life choices. Angel, on the other hand, is stuck trying to figure out how to shoot 25% from the field without the crowd groaning every time she touches the ball. Now, as if the preseason wasn't already a sobering experience for Reese, the league had the audacity to schedule the Sky's season opener against, wait for it, Caitlin Clark's Indiana Fever? Oh yes. Saturday is the showdown we've all been waiting for. It's the heavyweight clash, except one side's been training with a punching bag and the other's just been, well, punching air. Caitlin versus Angel was supposed to be the rivalry of the decade, but so far it's looking more like a one-woman show, with Caitlin doing everything short of selling popcorn during timeouts. Reese? She's giving us unintentional comedy, missing bunnies, letting her defender casually walk into the paint, and looking absolutely baffled when Cardoso snags another rebound she thought was hers by divine right.
And you wonder why you have the least amount of fans showing up in attendance at your games. That all has something to do with it. You're not relatable. You're not likable. People only hear from you when you showing half off, your body, or you're showing off what you're wearing, right? Trying to make a fashion statement. You're showing off your new weave. It's so unbelievable. You're showing off your new lashes, right? But you don't talk basketball never.
It's not just bad, it's beginning to look personal. Reese has to be feeling it. Imagine hyping yourself up as the face of the next generation, only to have your own teammates show you what paint dominance really looks like. Cardoso is taking those cherry-picked layups that Reese used to feast on in college like they were buffet samples. Except this isn't LSU anymore, and the WNBA doesn't hand out participation trophies. Cardoso's hustle, positioning, and efficiency are screaming. You might have the followers, but I've got the fundamentals. And you can bet Reese knows it. She's watching Caitlin Clark become the league's most talked about player overnight. She's watching Cardoso become the Sky's inside anchor. And she's stuck in the middle, too inefficient to be the scorer, not dominant enough to be the rebounder, and way too visible to hide behind the bench. But hey, it's only preseason, right? Sure, except now the real games are about to start. And Angel's stat line is starting to look more like an awkward footnote than a rookie resume.
According to Forbes, Angel Reese is arguably the biggest star in the WNBA because she has more social media followers than everyone else. But like I say all the time, popularity on social media, that does not equate to the mainstream.
And we haven't even gotten to what happens when Caitlin starts torching the Sky defense with one-legged fadeaways while Reese is getting benched for picking up 2 quick fouls in the first 5 minutes. Saturday's game has all the ingredients of a reality check. Caitlin Clark's poised to put on a clinic, and Angel Reese is walking into this game with a chip on her shoulder the size of a press conference, and not the good kind of chip. The kind that says, I'm overcompensating because things aren't going the way I thought. It's almost poetic. The rivalry was built on college hype, magazine covers, and Instagram stories. But in the pros, it's being decided on court spacing, pick and roll switches, and, well, actually making your shots. Caitlin's transition has been smooth, like a well-practiced piano recital. Angel's transition has been more like someone tripping over the bench trying to tie their shoes. Let's not forget, this isn't some rookie jitters situation. Reese has played 2 full games now. That's enough of a sample size to realize that maybe, just maybe, dominating under 6'4" freshmen in the NCAA isn't quite the same as facing off against seasoned WNBA veterans who know exactly how to expose your every flaw. And if she thought she had breathing room before, Cardoso just locked that door and threw away the key. Every minute Cardoso spends outplaying Reese is a minute Reese isn't earning in the rotation. And in the WNBA, that's how narratives shift, real fast.
Folks, the Chicago Sky Game 1 of the preseason was underway last night. Angel Reese looked pretty good, but we're going to get into that momentarily. On the negative side, Angel Reese fans, LSU fans, all of you who tell us, oh my God, what a big superstar.
You have to wonder what the team is thinking right now. Sure, the marketing folks are probably still posting glam shots of Reese in sky blue, but the coaching staff? They're likely having some late-night meetings that sound a lot like, so, about the starting lineup. Reese needs a miracle on Saturday. She needs to show up and remind everyone why she was the biggest name in women's college hoops last year. But if her preseason is any indication, Caitlin Clark might not just outplay her, she might flat out humiliate her. Because the one thing Clark has that Reese doesn't right now is consistency. Caitlin brings it every night. Angel? She brings drama, some missed layups, and maybe a few rebounds, if Cardoso decides to be generous. This isn't the preseason anymore. The curtain's coming up, the lights are bright, and Angel Reese? She'd better pray she remembers her lines, or Caitlin's about to turn this into a one-woman show.